Hey everyone, and welcome back to our coverage of the Origins Game Fair 2019. I'm here with Ben from Floodgate Games.
Hi.
Hi, and you are going to take me on a journey through Bosk.
Yes.
So yes, please, tell me how this works.
Excellent. So this is Bosk. This is our newest game. This is a 2 to 4 player game where we are each controlling a species of tree in a national park. We'll be playing over the course of 1 year. In the springtime, we're going to grow our trees along the intersections of these grid lines, placing them one by one as we see fit. Each of the trees has a number on it. And those numbers matter for a couple different reasons.
I'll show a couple of how the numbers are on the top of the trees there. All right?
Yeah, definitely. So, as we're placing our trees one by one, we'll place them along these grid lines. And once we've placed all 8 of our trees, we're going to have patrons visit, traveling along the trails. And after we placed all 8 of our trees, patrons will visit, traveling along the trails in the summertime, and we'll score for having the highest value in each row and each column.
Okay.
Then we'll move on to autumn, which is the core of the game.
Okay.
In the autumn, the wind starts to blow and leaves fall from the trees.
Oh.
This board up here tells us which direction the wind is blowing, in this case this way, and which of our trees we need to play from. In this case, one of our 1 trees.
All right.
By now, we would have had 2 trees with the value of 1 on the board. So we're each, in turn, on the first round, going to pick how many leaves we blow from the tree.
Okay.
By picking a token here.
Okay.
In this case, we'll choose 5.
All
We'll
right.
grab 5 tokens from the supply. And we'll start at the base of the tree by placing one of our leaves in one of the squares that are in the direction of the wind.
Okay.
We'll then continue on, either straight ahead or diagonally, always making progress in the direction of the wind, covering the squares as we go. We'll pull the tree off at the end to indicate that there are no more leaves on that tree, and then each player will do this in turn from one of their 1 trees. The wind will rotate, we'll do this from our 2 trees and so on, for all 8 of our trees. Then there will be no more trees on the board and it'll be covered in leaves.
Okay.
We're doing all of this so that we'll move to winter time, where it's area majority scoring. For each of the 8 regions on the board, whoever has the most squares covered will get 5 points for first place, 3 points for second.
Okay.
So at its heart, it's an area control game with leaves.
With leaves, which is so cool.
Yes.
And the 8 regions of the board are these colored regions that you're talking
by
about?
color and texture, exactly. And they're each variable size, so it takes a little bit more or less to cover some of them than others.
There's some variance there.
Yep.
When you're placing the trees at the beginning,
Yes.
you just free to pick whichever trees you want in any order you want?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, any order, and there are a few strategic locations, like where there's an intersection where a couple different territories meet. Those are usually pretty good. And there's some strategic reasons to not pile everything into one corner. Whoever has the lowest score after that summertime scoring, they actually pick the initial direction of the wind, so they could work against you if you.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So if my tree was here,
Yep.
I chose my 5 as well.
You got it.
Okay. So I'm going to go 1. Now, what happens if can I put my leaf in there and take it, or what happens?
You can. So that's a great question. To cover another player's leaf, you spend one of your leaf tokens back to the supply.
Ah, so it's like kind of a 2-for-1 type of.
Exactly. But now you're starting to take over that territory. So let's say, you chose your 5. That's 1, 2,
3.
put 1 back.
Okay.
For 3, 4, and we'll say 5 here.
All
now
right.
when we go to do area majority scoring for this lower water section, the yellow player's now in the majority. They'll be the one to score points.
Nice.
You would take that over for me. Lots of back and forth in the game like that. We each also have 1 squirrel token, besides being super cute
Yes.
and a little bit fat. We can pick our squirrel token instead of blowing leaves.
Oh.
And he can jump, let's say this were over here, he can jump up to 3 spaces out of a tree, cover any size pile of leaves, and can't be covered. So that square now belongs to that player for the rest of the game.
Okay, pesky squirrels.
Yes. And that 1 point swing matters quite a bit in the tightness of this game.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
yes. Is there, then after fall, is there next round or any other sub-rounds that start after
Nope,
that?
we play the game over the course of 1 year. So there's spring and summer, which is a little bit of setup and scoring.
Okay.
Then autumn and winter is the core of the game, where we
Nice.
play again and then score.
And
that's
as simple
the
as that.
Yeah.
And even with the simple little 4 seasons setup, there's still some quite vicious area control that starts going on.
Yeah, it kind of feels pleasant as you're playing, but you do realize that there are a couple of these interactions where it's like, oh, I want to take that from you, and so on.
Exactly. Yeah. There's several layers to it that once you start playing, I can't leave it alone. So. Anyway, that is Bosk from Floodgate Games.
Thank
you, Ben. Where is this in terms of availability and price point?
We're doing a direct launch here at Origins.
Nice.
And then it should be at retail in July, and then we'll have it available at Gen Con as well.
Sounds great. And how much will it be?
$45 for this one.
Excellent. So that is Bosk from Floodgate Games. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you again real soon.
Thank you.